Hey everyone, this is Gary from My Sacred Honor, and just kind of want to weigh in on the Barack Obama slash police slash professor. And I just think Barack Obama is either an idiot, and I'm beginning to think he may be, or just insensitive. The other day, he came down on the Cambridge Police Department and said, "Hey, they acted stupidly." And without knowing any facts whatsoever, and we've all heard this, without knowing any facts, he comes out and makes a judgment. A pretty good law professor there, Brock. But then today, he started backtracking a little bit. No apology, which he should make. But he said something that really made me irate, and that was, black people are sensitive about these issues. And I guess what I'm about to say here is going to deem me a racist or whatever, but so be it, I'm not. And if y'all know my background, there's no way. But regardless, I'm sensitive too. I'm sensitive to the fact that, when qualified white people go for a job, that they sometimes are passed up because there's not a quota of minorities made. And so they go to the highest qualified minority. That makes me sensitive. I'm sensitive that 11 to 17%, depending on your data, of a population can commit so many crimes. That makes me sensitive. I'm sensitive to that. I'm sensitive to the fact that when I grew up, I saw men, women attacked by dogs walking across a bridge that people didn't want them to walk on, or eat at a restaurant where they said no black people can. That makes me sensitive. Hosed down like they were less than humans. That makes me sensitive. Not to be able to vote. That makes me sensitive. I'm sensitive about that. Black people don't have sensitivity market. I'm sensitive to that. I remember watching that as a child. I was 10 years old. I remember watching that and asking my mom, "What is that, Mom?" Now, y'all had seen my videos. You know where my mom was. And she would say, "That is evil. Those people are in a struggle, Gary. Those people are in a struggle for their very existence and how they live their life and how they choose their lives." Oh, okay, Mom. I'm sensitive to that. I'm sensitive to the fact that the black culture in America abort more babies than any other culture. I'm sensitive. I'm sensitive to the fact that black women tend to raise their babies without black men. Now, y'all can jump on my butt all you want, but these are the facts. I'm sensitive to that. That should ring in everybody's head and say, "What's the problem here?" There's a problem here. There's a problem with the amount of black men in prison. There's a problem with that many men in prison, with the amount of numbers that they populate our country with. We have a problem. I don't say they have a problem. We have a problem. Because they are we. I'm sensitive to that, Barack. You know who's not sensitive? Is you. You don't know the country that you're leading. You are leading a country of whites, Hispanic, Chicanos, whatever you want to call them. You got Chinese. You've got people from all over the world. Excuse me if I missed a few. You got people from all over the world. And you sit there on prime time and you get in the face of white America. Like, you haven't put enough on our shoulders. You haven't divided us enough. So you dump on us again. Like you, Brock, would know anything about struggle. Come and join the neighborhood that I grew up in, bro. You wouldn't last a day. Most people wouldn't. You ought to spend some time in a ghetto sometime. Know what it feels like. Instead of Hawaii. You are pseudo black. You are pseudo oppressed. You don't know what it's like to be oppressed with your Harvard education, Yale education. Don't tell me about oppression. Don't let this professor tell people about oppression. The middle class America are oppressed. We barely get by every day. We have to supplement titty sucking Americans that won't get off their asses and work. That makes me sensitive. And you come out today and you say, well, black people are sensitive. Okay. So are we. And you don't know the pot that you're stirring. I could give a damn about the color of a man's skin. If I'm digging a ditch and the man behind me is digging his part, I don't care. He could be pink. It does not matter to me. In the same motion, if he's not cutting it, I'm going to kick his ass out of the ditch. Get me somebody who can work. That's the problem with America right now. There are too many titty-sucking people. They look at the ditch and they go, I want a breast. That's what they want to do all day long. So their asses get wider and they're fat. They're out of shape. They couldn't work if they wanted to. Notice I didn't say black people. This is ludicrous. This man Stewart, the president of the United States. You're sensitive? Are you sensitive to the fact that you got elected, brother? Huh? You got elected by the majority of Americans. Don't you take no pride in that? That the majority of Americans thought you could lead us without color on the content of your character. And that's why your polls are going down the toilet. Because people are now seeing that, you know what? Maybe he is totally in full belief of black theology. Maybe he thinks he's just better than us. And what I mean by us, middle class Americans. You elitist pig. You wouldn't know a struggle if it hit you in the head. I was raised by a single woman that dragged us out of a friggin' ghetto. 5 children. 5. Don't give me no sop crap about your mother having breast cancer and how she had to go through the fucking paperwork. That's crap. I'm sorry your mother died. My mother died. She had to go through paperwork too. But she was covered. They gave her the best care that they could. You sit here and you mix us up. You stir us up. You say something that inflammatory. Shame on you. This is one American that is outraged because I'm sensitive. I'm sensitive about being called a racist. When that's nothing, I haven't met a racist since I was a boy. They're pretty much all gone and dead. Or they've shut up. This is Gary for My Sacred Honor. If you're not infuriated by this man, I don't know what would make you not. I don't follow this. Take care, everyone.